NPP government took over from our administration on 7 January 2017. They inherited an energy sector we had stabilized with the fastest mobilization of emergency power of almost 800 megawatts in the history of Ghana. Along with this came a new Energy Sector Levy Act, which we call ESLA, with potential revenues of 3 billion Ghana cedis every year to pay off legacy energy sector debts. They inherited an ongoing Millennium Challenge Compact of $547 million aimed at making Ghana's energy sector the most efficient in Africa. This family, ruling family, quarreled over the shares in the PDS company and led to the US pulling back $190 million, which was meant for the most critical component of the compact, and that is private sector participation and improvement in collections at the distribution end of the electricity value chain. They inherited more than $450 million of the IMF extended credit facility initiated by my administration. Most of our state-owned enterprises were breaking even or making a profit. We handed that to them. They inherited a cocoa production of more than 960,000 metric tons of cocoa, with a cocoa board that was making profit and owed only 1.5 billion cedis to the central bank in cocoa bills. Distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. 11. We will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1. MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. We will institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We will investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal. We will investigate the COVID-19 expenditure scandal. We will investigate corruption scandals including the PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts, 13th African, All-African Games, SkyTrain, Kwalugu Dam, mass sets, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, missing tricycles, illegal and inflated single-source contracts, bus scandals, and many others.
The NDC remains unwavering in its commitment to quality and accessible education for all Ghanaian children, from kindergarten through senior high school to the university and beyond. Education is a bedrock of national development, and we are determined to ensure that every child, no matter their background, has access to a conducive learning environment. To achieve this, we will prioritize personnel quality, provision of infrastructure and learning material, and especially the relevance of what the learners are acquiring towards our future development. And we will pay particular attention to our schools in the rural areas and in deprived areas. Having said that, what I'm trying to say is that the education goes beyond the infrastructure. Although that is basic, it is fundamental. It ought to have been there, but it has not been. And that is why we pay attention to it. And we also pay attention to the quality of the facilitators of the whole learning process. And that explains why we keep raising the quality of teacher preparation and teacher training. Vocational and technical education is a very important area of focus. With approximately 70% of our population under the age of 30 and 50% under the age of 18, it is imperative that we prepare our youth for the job market. And I would like to plead here that we look at our semantics again. If somebody went to the vocational school it is because he is so endowed to go there. It is not so much because he couldn't. We need to tone down language so that the students will feel appreciated and will feel encouraged and will know that we appreciate them also for the talent that God has given them. We know without them, all the value addition and so on may elude us. The NDC remains unwavering in its commitment to quality and accessible education for all Ghanaian children, from kindergarten through senior high school to the university and beyond. Education is a bedrock of national development, and we are determined to ensure that every child, no matter their background, has access to a conducive learning environment. To achieve this, we will prioritize personnel quality, provision of infrastructure and learning material, and especially the relevance of what the learners are acquiring towards our future development. And we will pay particular attention to our schools in the rural areas and in deprived areas. Having said that, what I'm trying to say is that the education goes beyond the infrastructure. Although that is basic, it is fundamental. It ought to have been there, but it has not been. And that is why we pay attention to it. And we also pay attention to the quality of the facilitators of the whole learning process. And that explains why we keep raising the quality of teacher preparation and teacher training. Vocational and technical education is a very important area of focus. With approximately 70% of our population under the age of 30.
One, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 14 days in office. We would have named all our cabinet ministers. We will constitute the leanest and most efficient government in the history of the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days in office. We will hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Number 5, we will commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the President. Number 6, we will establish an accelerated Export Development Council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation.
That was on a cusp of transformation has systematically been brought to a level where today hope is gone and opportunities for our young people have virtually vanished. So today we are going to be listening to the unveiling of a set of policies that will bring about some hope for our country again and set this country anew towards restoring our country to where it ought to be. Now, but before I go into the nation that was left for our friends when they took over in 2017, let me just say it this way. That we need to be careful that the competition for power should never become a simple competition between who can promise more.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number 1, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number 2, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief we choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. Inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Hello, welcome to the show. It is Good Morning Ghana. It is 26th of August 2024. We're live from the Peniel studio here at Northridge. We give God the grace, the thanks for giving us yet another day to go through the issues of the day. Let's start off with the headlines of the newspapers. I start with the Daily Graphic, and it says NDC promises economic revival. Manifesto address jobs, infrastructure assures better lives. The second one, which also happened over the weekend, is NPP deserves another term. Baumia Town's NPP better record says party will do more next term. Ghanaian Times. At NDC manifesto launch for election 2024, Mahama outlines 26-point agenda for first 120 days. Promises homegrown fiscal strategies if elected. I'm committed to free, fair, peaceful elections, Dr. Baumia. Joshua Ansah elected TUC Secretary General. 3 died, 3 others hospitalized after building collapsed in Kaswa. Daily Guide. Take advantage of opportunities in new shippers bill. Parliament renovation cost 2.26 million euros backping. Ghana needs upgrade, not reset. Baumia. Mahama launches 24-hour research manifesto. Presidential pitch, season 5 takes off. New crusading guide, Baumia to Mahama, Ghana needs an upgrade, not a reset. Iyoko sweeps 4 awards at the Internal Audit Agency conference. President pitch, season 5 takes off. GSA allays Guterres fears address misconceptions about amended law. Promises versus reality, the discrepancies in NDC manifesto. Alan Chermating embarks on street campaign. The Inside newspaper, NDC outdoors 2024 manifesto promises jobs, infrastructure, development, others under 24-hour economy. Baumia's integrity in fighting corruption questionable, Domelevo. Amidst suspected rigging outcry, man 52 arrested with BVD machine at Nswam. Ghana's first female commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Justina Frimpong, promoted to full colonel by GAF. That's the Ghana Armed Forces. The Bolivarian Revolution and persistent threat of counter-revolution. The Informer, NDC manifesto, John Mahama promises to scrap draconian taxes. Uphold, defend democratic tenets, Baumia tells military. Encounter with former minister appointees, Party Unity Supreme, Napo preaches peace. Ofosuampofo in pain over lies about him. Call for policy implementation. Now Baumia presents different administration CDD fellow. The top right corner says that in this issue, outcry over stolen BVD, electoral system robust, can't be manipulated. EC assures public. The Inquisitor. NDC 2024 election manifesto Mama for oral. That's a ORAL to deal with state loot. Ye launches Gartisan app August 27. That's tomorrow. Napo Wars former MPs appointees for Victory 2024. Atachia reiterates support for Baumia. NPP NDC are not the same Ablakwa. And this morning, I want to say a special good morning to Samuel Atachia. I met him yesterday, and I'm so grateful and honored by your kind words. I think that's so much appreciated. Good morning to you, sir. The Herald newspaper, Georgina Wood, Ken Oforiatta, and others named in state land grab. Mahama labels Akufo-Addo Baumia government 8-year horror movie at NDC manifesto launch. Year skills program to graduate 10,000 trainees tomorrow. NPP flag bearer demands professionalism for security agencies during election 2024 to safeguard peace. Ex-GJA president spanks Atachia over anti-journalist comments. The Statesman. Let's uphold truth over political expediency. Lecturer. GSA allays fears about new shipping law. Ghana needs upgrade. Baumia says future not about reset. 250,000 young entrepreneurs benefit from presidential pitch. The Daily Searchlight. Import license regime in 2024. Guter up in arms. Resolve impasse in the gas marketing sector chamber. Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Government unveils multi-billion city road infrastructure initiative in Tamale. 2024 polls. 2024 polls. 22 independent presidential candidate pick nomination forms. Dr. Sribo. Alan Chermating receives rousing welcome on Greater Accra Region tour as popularity soar. The Ghanaian publisher, Ghana needs an upgrade, not a reset. Baumia jabs Mahama, outlines 14 key commitments. EC guarantees integrity of 2024 elections. AGI, two others, back GSA law amidst Guter and gift concerns. The Custodian, Mahama's track record kills his 2024 manifesto. Ghana needs upgrade, not reset. Baumia tells Mahama. GRA advocates tax education revenue mobilization. GSA allays Guterres fears on new law. Government unveils multi-billion city road project initiative. The new finder. NEIP supports young entrepreneurs. 50 million Ghana cedis royalties paid to 2,500 creative artists. AGI others back new GSA law amidst Guterres concerns. And then the Business and Financial Times. Infrastructure. Government unveils multi-billion city road infrastructure initiative in Tamale. MIF records 100% increase in 2023 profits as it positions to be Africa's leading mineral fund. Fidelity Bank prioritizing environmental sustainability in core strategy. And then in the news, calls to halt Shippers Authority law unfounded. And that's it for the headlines of the newspapers. Let's take a breather. We'll be back shortly.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Red Hour seatbelt! Boss, let's go back. Here. Take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fat missy way.
Prepare bantama.
My chest.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me Gidi say we use Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind.
Cal 360 toothpaste.
Let's Kia Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim jom kasan. Ile hosen. Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will so feeling to when you know Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Customer, I don't know who to say.
Malaria been actually me man no still.
One of them give us.
Give us a solid.
Yeah, sorry. What rest of so give us here and turn to down.
But so good as so. But for me to give us the and turn to down.
Give us about me, sir.
Me patron the and turn to down.
Customer. Give us that turn down. Back.
Onuya kayo oba wa fa furo nom de o ma no bonu fo nom akwada wa ni fie dumie no ono so nom.
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Are you looking to own a prime piece of litigation-free land where you can put up your dream family home or your ideal getaway retreat within a luxurious estate? Then look no further. Welcome to Rehoboth Hills, where your dream of hassle-free land ownership comes to life. Acquire land devoid of multiple purchases, litigation, and land guard issues in a safe and secure gated community while enjoying the fabulous night view of Accra from the serene Ebri Mountains. Rehoboth Hills offers spacious plots that provide you with the ideal setting for your dream home and a valuable, safe investment for your future. The lands are located in the prime area of Ayarifa within our residential development Rehoboth Hills, overlooking the city of Accra and the Ebri Mountains. Our prices are very affordable and designed to fit your budget. We offer flexible payment terms, ensuring that you can invest in a valuable asset for the future. Contact us on 0244 764 499 or 0204-950-810 or visit our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com. Rehoboth Properties, quality housing for all.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244-726611 or 0591-565-778. This advert is
the luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luckiest everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get back packing so you have to come out. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good
Hey,
luck.
Bill Radio. We are star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And I'm with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let's
choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe a straight to option 4.
Now we try. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify.
Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets.
Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there we are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Hey,
ina dujina, fika na chijina.
Mena nyanko jiga kwenya jeshi danu yongodi chongchinya le voters register man.
Inkoka, register ka.
Electoral Commission amachado ofe defa jadrado wode 2024 amachacha wanangwa. Voters register vuga dadi na vai ji onko akpo to blaragbe 20th August basere blaragbe 27th August 2024 tondi gandra basere trogadam bashiagbe.
Kajaba ma imagine yanko fifila. Jilo, jiwo nkolo. Jiwo nkolo.
Ejepe na jiwo jeshi danu yongodi le voters register man. Eye na hia be wo wodododo wa. Ejepe na nya wo kodafe polling station. Atengo chitede ama yo panko majabo no kodagbala mo wo fumato yo magavalio ejabo wa do panko da le voters register man
jebe mo ba jinyu ko la gbala ma fifi lai
jilo gake ejebe na nyagbe magbe la gafuko mame
jilo jiwo kolo
don't gonna 2024 general election electoral commission amacha don offer have voters register adadi ba me de share na po manwie gbogbo be wonto eyi aji wo jesiden yo nlo dadi chonwo le voters register fufu dadi eyi yo me to blaragbe 20th August basere blaragbe 27th August 2024 so ndi gandre basere retro gadan gbe siagbe agatenwo wonu ya okatan to mo bubuji ama yo nlo nkwa adako a watenwo ji ofe jesiden nlo di oka no ta si de *711*51# le network de share de ji ama yo ofe ID card bu alo o manya yo le o watenwo yi exhibition center aji ofe jesiden yo nlo dadi exhibition officer o watenwo kperenwo na ji wo jesiden yo nlo dadi no voter ID card malio ha akodala yi jebe wadako atenwo chitrede nko de fe jesiden yo nlo di anwu kude amade nwu to amoya ojibe ama amachio ama anye dukobubu mato ama afa susumele de dio ama amanye ama yobe yenye ama amanye tafama cholao
jilo
wakodada yenye wo chome.
All right, welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, and let me just do this quick one before I get to the guests. Now, we're talking about Momo, which has been with us for 15 years. So for 15 years, ease of safety and convenience, this is definitely worth celebrating, and that's why Momo at 15 Reward is here with amazing cash prizes to say thank you. So send Momo or send money to MTN Momo user or make payments to an MTN Momo merchant at no cost whatsoever, only to MTN. So go on, download my Momo app and at Play Store or App Store and enjoy this. Just Momo, air it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions, of course, apply. Now, Kel 360 toothpaste also is definitely in the market and available for your family. It's recommended for the whole family and it's also approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kel 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with an all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Kel 360 toothpaste is good for the children, the kids, and also adults as well. Let your family be proud by stepping out and constantly using Kel 360. It brightens your teeth and prevents cavity, and with a cool mint, it also gives you fresh breath throughout the day. Kel 360 toothpaste is a product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso, and also available on all supermarkets and provision shops across the country. Contact Samara Company Limited on 024-686-4798 or 024-686-4798. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. And also lift and elevator is also still available on the market. It gives you the security of providing or fixing elevator in your homes and offices the way you want it. The pains of climbing your stairs, if not exercising, could be challenging, and that's why they are available on the market. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators. On the market, a simple self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. It can also lift your goods. So it also has wheelchair that can be fitted in it in 3 custom-made modules, and also it's affordable and can be installed just within 3 days, and you have it. Lift and elevator is located at Sakumono. Call them on 0200-535-515 or email them to elevators@gmail.com. For consultations and best solutions, of course, and vertical movements as well. All right, let's start our day with the Minister for Information, Fatimatu Abubakar. one of the ladies I'm very proud of in the area of politics. Glad to have you.
Good to see you.
This is, you say when we call you, you don't pick. When you since you became minister.
It's not true.
It's true.
Not true. You don't even call me.
Fatima too.
You should be calling. You
Maybe
know, because I'm coming on your set, I have to check my phone.
I wanted to give you a direct attack.
Just to be sure that we don't have any unfinished business.
I've called you.
And I saw that it was this morning's flyer that you sent me. So I said, okay,
so you didn't
I'm
see
safe.
Any missed calls? Goodness. Anyway, it's been an eventful weekend. Good to see you. I mean, we still can't sleep anyway. We still have to think about Ghana. So you're here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Also, Dr. Grace Ayensu Dankwa is also educationist. She's also NDC communications team member and a professor as well. Prof.
Good morning, Annie. How are you?
I wanted to say something, but I won't say it. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Good morning. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yes, I've been busy campaigning.
Yes.
So
How's
good
constituency
morning.
doing?
Constituency is going really well. I'm convinced that we're going to win the election. And so we're just resetting the trajectory of the constituency after 20 years of nothingness. And we will deliver on our mandate to the people.
So you win?
Oh, absolutely.
What if you don't?
I will win.
What if you don't?
I will win.
Okay. Are the people believing in your promises? What, I don't know, are you embarking on projects and things like that to show that you're capable of doing something?
Thank you. I mean, I started the projects in 2012, so it's not now.
Oh, okay.
So it's a constituency that I've been working within the constituency, from healthcare to infrastructure to road development to boreholes to water sanitation. So I've been really seriously working in the constituency for the last over 10 years. So my work speaks for itself, and that is what the constituents will look at and vote for me. So I want to say thank you to my constituency executives. I want to say thank you to my flag bearer, President John Dramani Mahama, and his running mate, Prof. Nana Jane, and to the NDC executives, national executives, as well as the regional executives. I think they did a marvelous job this weekend, and I'm super excited to be a part of this wonderful party that really cares about the people of Ghana.
Were you able to, merge the work of the constituency with your manifesto launch also over the weekend? Were you at the launch?
I was absolutely there. I'm part of the Health Manifesto Committee members. So we have been working for the last about 2 years at least. And so I'm excited that finally everything came to fruition and we were able to deliver to the people of Ghana a great manifesto that the people of Ghana will look at, and because of that, vote for us. Because we have taken into consideration everything they told our flag bearer. And what it is that President Dramani Mahama in 2020 had gone around the country and he had listened to what Ghanaians wanted his government to do should he come to power. Yeah. He did all stakeholders engagements, engaged just about everyone in Ghana, and they told him what they wanted. You know what happened in 2020. So fast forward to 2024, President Mahama went back again to reconnect with the people of Ghana across the length and breadth of the country to ask again, now, what would you want me to do for you? Because I know there's hardship in the country. People are suffering. The food prices are unbearable. Housing is unbearable. Our roads are terrible. With electricity issues, water sanitation is just engulfing the country. Our pockets are completely dry. We don't have enough money for transportation. Petrol prices are just off the roof, and we're going through a very serious recession. Fueled by or promoted by Bawumia. So President Mahama went back to ask them, what it is do you want me to do? And they told President Mahama again what it is they want from his government. So the manifesto that we launched on Saturday is not what NDC wants for the country, but what the people of Ghana actually asked us to do for them. So we went to the drawing board, put everything together, and came up with the ideas that they told us, because President Mahama is a listening president, and President Mahama really cares about the country and cares about the people in the country. So back to the drawing board, we came back with the greatest, I believe, the document that is really going to make a difference for the country. He listened, he executed, and now has brought back to the country a manifesto that is resetting the country, and also for jobs and prosperity, as well as accountability, which is one of the most important things for good governance, which I believe that this current government does not have. So I think that I call it the Asempa manifesto, and I'm super excited as a young politician in Ghana. I think this is one of the best things I have seen, and I see that given the mandate, President Mahama will drive the country into the right direction. He's not going to be a driver's mate who now is dissociating himself from the driver. You know, by definition, the mate and the driver should work in tandem, because the mate should be looking out for the driver. So when your mate comes up and says that, oh, I don't know what the driver is doing, so the driver is driving into a ditch and they are all driving into a ditch. I'm not sure what kind of mate that is. I don't think that is a mate that has anything that can even drive the car if you don't have a driver's license. Okay. So I am super excited. I am happy that this manifesto has come out and the people of Ghana have actually heard what President Mahama has to say. We are all excited. The country is in a ditch, but I am extremely convinced that President Mahama would lead this country towards the right direction and reset the country into what it's supposed to be and give Ghana the greatness that we deserve. All right.
That's a lot. And her constituency is Esikado Ketan.
Esikado Ketan constituency.
Some of you were asking me, what's her constituency? Okay, it's Esikado Ketan constituency. All right. So it's been a weekend of resets or upgrade or street manifesto, street campaign. Butterfly Street campaign, that's what they're engaged in this weekend, or they're engaged in beginning this weekend. So a lot happened, but the arbiter who will ensure who really becomes the king after we've gone to the polls to vote is the Electoral Commission, who actually responded to a few issues that happened during the week or getting into the weekend. So we had a video that was trending. If it's ready, maybe the producers can play it, of a gentleman that were told actually had in his possession, I don't think I have the right to even say that he stole it, but had in his possession a BVD machine. Okay, that's the video on there. So it's a very short one. Let's hear what was going on the background. It's actually in the grips of the law, and we're going through some investigation. The Electoral Commission released a statement over the weekend to clarify some things. You know that we've gone through a back and forth with the EC as political parties continue to make allegations and accusations against the EC, and the EC comes back to respond, explain, describe, investigate. I mean, that's all kinds of things to send information across. And this one, they've also responded to it. An RE man arrested in Nsawam with biometric verification device, BVD. The attention of the Commission has been drawn to an incident in Nsawam in which a man was arrested on Friday, 23rd of August 2024 in possession of the biometric verification device, BVD. The Commission takes this incident of an unauthorized person in possession of the BVD very seriously. The Commission would like to assume the general public and to assure the general public and all stakeholders that the stolen BVD cannot jeopardize the integrity of the 2024 elections. We are conducting our own internal investigations and will collaborate with the police to bring this matter to its logical conclusion. In the meantime, the Commission would like to address the general public on this matter as follows. 1. The public may recall that following the theft of 5 laptops which formed part of the biometric voter registration BVR kits from our stores in April 2024, as well as the vandalization of 5 BVDs and theft of 2 BVDs from Takwan Soyam district of the Commission, explained that the BVD in the hands of the unauthorized persons cannot be used to compromise an election. It does not affect the integrity of the election. It is nothing more than an off-the-shelf device and cannot be used to compromise an election without necessary technical and security protocols. That is emboldened. The Electoral Commission undertakes a deliberate process of preparing a biometric verification device, BVD, for an election that ensures that only BVDs that are prepared for a particular election can be used for the election. This process is robust and is not vulnerable to manipulation. The possession of the BVD that has not gone through this rigorous process that it's yet to happen for the 2024 election does not affect the integrity of the election. I take it that the integrity of the election is a bit important to the Electoral Commission, so it's really repeated in almost all the paragraphs I've read, so take note of it. So A, voter verification application is designed such that it only works with data that is prepared, audited, encrypted and signed by a secure process. Access to the process is highly restricted. Without access to secure the process, voter data cannot be generated to work with the BVD. The data that is loaded onto the BVD are set to be activated for particular election day. A stolen BVD therefore cannot work in December 2024 elections. B, the BVD, as part of its startup process, checks for integrity of the data that is loaded onto it. If the voter data on the BVD has been altered in any way, the startup process is halted and the BVD will not work. C, activation of the BVD involves use of activation codes that can only be downloaded from the EC's secure system. This system is restricted to election officials with the right access credentials. A BVD without its activation code cannot be used for the verification voters. D, the data that is loaded onto the BVD must conform with the details of the voters on the voters register for each polling station, and this data is not static and changes with every election cycle. Now, since the voter register for the various polling stations for the 2024 election will be different from the previous election, any data on the BVD that was not activated for a previous election will not conform with the voters register at the particular polling station on December 7, 2024. E, BVDs are used only to verify voters. They are not used to vote. F, political party agents observed the packing of election materials, including BVDs. They record the serial numbers of the BVDs that are deployed at each polling station. G, additionally, the serial numbers of the BVDs that are used on election days are recorded on the statement of polls. That's a pink sheet for each polling station. This provides further evidence as to which specific BVDs were used to verify voters at each polling station. And the second one, which is the last paragraph, is the Commission urges the police to do everything in their power to unravel the circumstances surrounding the BVD that was found in the possession of the person arrested on Friday. The Commission stands in readiness to work with the police in its investigation. Thank you. It's signed by Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman of Operations. So that's the release that came from the Electoral Commission. And it's very serious because the BVDs are used for verifications. And so once you say it's missing or some are missing, then you should know at least the data that covers those that are missing. It should be identifiable to a certain extent once it's found in the possession of someone. So that's the clarity that we got from the Electoral Commission. Madam Minister.
Okay, Annie, first of all, let me say good morning to you, my co-panelists, and also to your cherished viewers. But before I come to the issue, of course, a lot of comments have been made by my co-panelists on the issue about resetting Ghana and upgrading. And I'm saying resetting to what? Really? Resetting to what, Annie? Which of the Ghanas are we resetting to? Resetting to the Ghana that had only 55 working ambulances? Resetting to a Ghana where young Ghanaians will go to SHS and they will be pulled out of examination halls from St. Thomas Aquinas to schools in Kumasi because they could not afford fees? Resetting to which Ghana? That people were, please tell her not to interrupt me. I know she's...
The Ghana you bankrupt.
Please, respectfully. Otherwise, I won't speak until she's quiet. Because I respected her time. So that is what I'm expecting that we do this morning. Which of the Ghanas are we resetting to? Ghana in darkness for 4 years that completely collapsed the movie industry in Ghana? The Ghana that people could not pay fees? The Ghana that prevented up to about 100,000 young Ghanaians every year, especially for children in Zongo communities, deprived communities, low-income communities like myself, where parents could not afford secondary education. Which Ghana? A Ghana where the NHIS was collapsed? Which Ghana? A Ghana in darkness that studies conducted by ISA showed that as many as over 800 companies collapsed because of no electricity. Which Ghana? A Ghana riddled with corruption, prosecuted corruption. I'm talking about corruption at Maslock, where the former CEO of Maslock is convicted and now declared a fugitive. I'm talking about Sedin and Tamale. A Ghana where the National Communication Authority was found to be corrupt and successfully prosecuted, and people serving time. Which Ghana? A Ghana where monies that were given to venture capital to support businesses were squandered and there are successful prosecutions. A Ghana where monies meant for market women in this country, after they've gone through a disaster, were denied usage. A Ghana, which of the Ghanas?
We have only one Ghana.
So my point the point that I'm saying is that every single parameter, a Ghana that could not even provide an ID system. The National Identification Authority was sitting there for 8 years, 2009 to 2016, or January 2017. People were drawing salaries, giving speeches, attending seminar and workshop. But for 8 years, could not provide ID cards. As compared to a Ghana where we have over 17 million people issued with ID cards. We used to feel so ashamed that people in the Francophone countries could brag of their quarantine. And we didn't even have proper IDs, not to talk about a digitized system. A Ghana, that address system was so poor, you have to rely on only Google Map. You point one location and it takes you to another place. I mean, Ghana has moved on. Ghana has moved on, and we can only move forward. And that is what His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying. Not once has Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia says he is dissociating himself from the record of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government in the past 7.5 years. He has never said that anywhere. He doesn't. And you know the reason why he doesn't? Because under this government, 5.7 million young Ghanaians have been sent to school, free SHS, and free TVET, free of charge. Free means free. Free tuition.
Maybe it's a good opportunity
free accommodation.
For me to ask, when you say that you are only the driver's mate,
I'm saying
what does it
free
mean?
accommodation. I'm coming to that. Free tuition, free boarding, free lunch for day students, free uniforms. That is what we are talking about. I'm talking about a Ghana, today's Ghana, where we have moved from having only 55 ambulances in the country to procuring 307 new ambulances, fully equipped, for every single constituency in this country. I'm talking about a Ghana where the record of previous governments in road construction did not exceed 4,000 kilometers, to a Ghana where there are testaments in every single corner of this country, evidence of the over 12,000 kilometers of roads done by President Akufo-Addo. From every single place. Let's start from Accra. Go to Taifa, go to Atomic Runabout, go to Taifa, go to Lekma, go to Asimfosu, go to Ejusu Jabin, go to Pokwasi, see the work that is going on there. Go to Hohoi Town routes, go to Hosokode route, go to the lot 5 and 6 of the Eastern Corridor routes, go to rural Ghana, Jabiso, and see the quality of investment that this President Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government has done. Not just that. Over $500 million investment in TVET. I heard the former President John Dramani Mahama speak about the grading system in TVET and what he wants to do with NVTI. And I smiled. You know what? Because the things that they are proposing in this year 2024 manifesto have already been done as early as 4 years ago. So the horses have bolted. In the past, where we had NVTI, School of Social Services, Agric Ministry have their own training schools. You go to Trade Ministry, they also have TVET institutions. You go everywhere, everyone is setting up some small institutions for training. That is not the system we are running in Ghana today. There is an established TVET service. Not just that. Now, TVET grading in this country starts from proficiency 1 all the way to PhD by law since 2020. And it has been operationalized. And evidence of it is scattered across the country everywhere with state-of-the-art TVET centers of excellence from East Legon to Dansoman, to Enyinam, to Pechi No. 2, to Asenjakai, to Akomadan, everywhere across the country. You see people in TVET institutions show state-of-the-art equipment, and you can't believe this is Ghana. Because under the Ghana they wanted to reset to, those equipment did not even exist in tertiary institutions. Now let me come to pensions. The former president is promising that they want to bring the informal sector onto the pension scheme. What they fail to realize that once again the horses have bolted, because today, as we sit here in August 2024, over 2 million Ghanaians have been enrolled on various informal pension schemes, and this has been actively running since 2022, at least in the past 2 years. And let me run you through the number of pension schemes that we have under the tier 3 for the informal sector. Is that
similar to the money-year policy of the NDC?
I am saying that he is talking about bringing the informal sector, barbers, beauticians, hairdressers. He mentioned the GPRTU, and I'm saying they have already been established and are running smoothly. And let me give you the records that we have in that regard.
So there's a pension, hold on, there's a pension scheme for informal sector.
I am saying there is for 2 million Ghanaians and counting. And let me mention the specific schemes so that the beneficiaries out there will know and separate the wheat from the weeds. They will know exactly what is happening and what they are promising. One, there is an existing cocoa farmers pension scheme running smoothly under Tier 3. There is a cocoa abrabo pass pension scheme. There is a Union of Informal Workers pension scheme called UNIWA, which encompasses pension scheme for traders, beauticians, barbers. There is an existing GPRTU pension scheme. There is an existing garages pension scheme. And SNITS, you remember, I hosted the former CEO of SNITS to a press briefing where he announced that they were starting a self-employed enrollment drive called SEED, also a pension scheme under SNIT for self-employed people to come and register so that their deductions can accumulate under the Tier 3 and then they will be given something. And I'm saying that most of these proposals that the former president is mentioning have already been implemented. But for the propaganda value, if the NDC and their candidates were minded that let us look at what exists before we make promises, there wouldn't have been this embarrassment. They are talking about training for KIAs. What they have forgotten is that when under the Ghana they want to reset to, the only thing KIAs received from this government was a collection of levies in Kumasi Cultural Center, Kumasi Race Course. I have seen with my 2 eyes in the markets where levy collectors actually pulled yam from a lady with a baby at her back, carrying yam because she failed to pay her KIA levy. Hurting people who got nothing from the NDC government. Today, KIAs do not pay levies. But under this government, there are 3 established KIA training centers in Medina, Ashaiman, and Kumasi. Go to Ashaiman and Medina, already 3 cohorts have been trained. You go to the training center and you see people being trained and graduation ceremonies being done. The days of KIAs being paraded before a president or candidate of a political party to receive headbands are over. The girls are not going back to that. That was not a setting. Not to even think of resetting to that.
So the girls are out of the business.
I am saying that there is an arrangement to eventually give them alternative livelihood. And that is the training and the seed capital they are receiving under the KIA program, which is run by the YEA and NEIP. And these are facts. Go to the KIA themselves, they will tell you that it exists. If they are minded to know, they will know that KIAs are trained. That being said, they are talking about incentives for teachers who teach in rural Ghana. And I am saying that, which reset is that? The same teachers, including my brother, who was posted to Sankore in 2013, who after working for 3 years, the finance minister under the former president John Dramani Mahama, and the then education minister, who is now the running mate of the NDC, said they were bringing a policy to pay them for 3 months for the 3 years that they taught in the classrooms. And I'm saying this for a fact because I know someone who after university, we completed university together, myself from University of Ghana, he from UDS, 2010 to 2013, and the only time he got an opportunity to go and teach, moved from Kumasi to Sankore for 3 years for no salary, only to be informed that he will be given only 3 months salary. And this was a policy by a government you want us to reset to. Reset to what? I hold in my hands an analysis of the NDC's 2012 manifesto. The manifesto upon which the former president John Dramani Mahama was given the mandate to serve this country, whether by votes or by the court of law. And I'm saying after 4 years, as of January 2017, I hold in my hand 280 promises contained in the NDC's 2012 manifesto. Over 200 were not done. And if you have time, I will run you through all the promises that they failed to deliver one after the other. In fact, all the promises they made on the economy, they couldn't deliver. And if you are minded, I will take you through the list and show you the actual record of a government that is saying we should reset. What is Dr. Baumia saying? Dr. Baumia is saying that even before he became vice president. And the evidence is there in the academic books or papers that he issued, that Africa and Ghana, we have a struggle, and that struggle as compared to the struggle of the West is that they have database. I have had the opportunity to go to the IMF and join the ministerial panel for the human ministerial conclave for human development. And the concern is one, that data is scarce in Africa. Even information on AI everywhere, because we don't have data, planning and a lot of things are difficult. And I'm not talking about data that is existing on people's files or shelves somewhere and collecting dust. I'm talking about digital data upon which we will be able to plan properly and also execute a lot of policies. And that is what NDC couldn't do. And that is what NPP and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia have done by making sure every adult Ghanaian has Ghana card. If you are going to open a bank account today, they link to your Ghana card. If you have SNIT, it's linked to your Ghana card. If you are going to get a SIM card, it is linked to your Ghana card. We have database, even assisting the law enforcement institutions, helping us to plan. And he said, now that we have this comprehensive database of our adult population, and also have a nationwide digital address system, which was non-existent in the past, we are able to move to a phase 2. What is the phase 2? To be able to do credit scoring, get individual assessment of people's credit worthiness, so that these automobile companies that are assembling in Ghana, other companies that are in Ghana, who may not take the risk or give a lot of credit out because we don't have a credit scoring system, and whose only reliance is supposed to be on either a landed or automobile collateral. He said we should move from that because not everybody has collateral. So what are we moving towards? A credit scoring system that will do individual analysis of people's credit worthiness, so that if people are interested in high purchase, there will be confidence by investors and industry people to take risk on every Ghanaian, whether they have collateral or not. And he said a flat rate system at the ports. Let us benchmark our port to that of Togo.
Okay.
And so many more that given the opportunity, I'll say again. So Ghana is not moving back.
You smartly escaped easy.
No, I am not. But if you will give me the time, I'll move to that. I am saying.
So because you've gone into this, we'll continue on that tangent. When we have some more time, we'll deal with the easy issue. So let's continue. You dealt with the policies. These policies, most of them were mentioned yesterday at the Meet the Press encounter, or the press encounter with Dr. Bawumia. You have some responses, or you may want to use what's called manifesto to counter.
Annie, I don't want to respond.
She has a list of your manifesto. 2016. 2012 manifesto.
They didn't win the 2016 election. Yeah. But former President Mahama has been president before. And that 4-year term was served based on the promises he made of 2012. Okay. And I'm saying over 280 of those promises, over 200 were not delivered. Okay. An assessment shows that they were able to deliver only 28 of the manifesto promises.
What are the 28?
While we were able, they should come out and tell us what they delivered. No. I'm not an ambassador for the NDC.
No. When you,
I have it here.
Yesterday, Dr. Bawumia actually mentioned this when he was responding to this issue. Yes. And then I was wondering, who is the marking scheme?
I am saying that it is not a marking scheme.
Is what?
Their 2012 manifesto is a public document which anybody can subject to analysis.
Yeah, but if you are able
we are saying we've moved paragraph by paragraph.
Hold on. If you are able to identify the fulfilling 28 of them, you should be able to tell us which ones you are saying that they were able to fulfill, not them. Because they are not the ones marking, you are the ones marking.
Annie, have you been to the courtroom before?
Yes.
How is it your opponent's business to make a case for you?
You are not making a case.
I am saying that I am willing to read out the over 200 that they did not deliver. It is not my business to mention the 28% they delivered.
So when you go to the courtroom and you make allegations, you prove.
And I am saying I have the record here. If you say I should prove, I'll mention all the over 200 promises they failed to deliver. That is my proof.
Okay, so that's the one you want to mention.
Yes,
the failures.
Yes.
Okay.
It is not my business to mention what they executed.
Right. Okay.
So thank you so much. It's rather unfortunate that we have to encounter some of our MPP communicators, you know, the Minister of Information who comes in with a lot of papers and cannot read the papers that she brought. The Minister of Information that claims they're doing digitalization of a government that has so many papers that she can't even decipher which is which. By now, if you're talking about digitalization, I would assume that everything she has will be digitalized. But as you can tell from what she has on her table, it's the same as what we saw yesterday with Baumia. He was actually reading from a piece of paper. And as you can tell, he couldn't even read a teleprompter. And his questions, you look like it was all fielded questions and it was pre-prepared and you could tell everything that happened yesterday. So that is the discrepancy, or that is the difference between what the MPP say and what they actually do. You know, they are not, there's incongruence, it doesn't add up. So they come and they say a lot of English and they say a lot of words, but what they say doesn't really mean anything. And let me tell you the kind of economy that the MPP inherited from the NDC. The one that we are resetting, going back to, the one that she's questioning, what Ghana are we talking about? We are talking about Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. You know, the one that was on the right trajectory before they came and messed everything up, put us in bankruptcy, borrowed over 680 billion cedis and have nothing to show for it. All that money is in people's personal pockets. The one, the Ghana that we are talking about, the one where Akufo-Addo and his family have written a book called Ejapadie, where they are willing all of our documents.
He has openly disassociated himself and the family from the book.
Where they are willing,
he has done same, so you cannot make
allegedly where they have willingly, where they have gifted our heritage and everything that Ghana owns to their children and the children yet unborn. That is how serious it is. So that is what the document says. So I would expect that my sister here, I'm sure her unborn children are not part of this Ejapadie document. I would expect that all well-meaning Ghanaians will be in arms talking about these things. I will tell you about the Ghana we inherited, the one she's surprised about, the one she doesn't know, the one all of a sudden. So in the end of 2016, the NDC, under the visionary leader of H.E. John Dramani Mahama, had delivered a sound economy marked by sustainable public debt, with a debt to GDP ratio of 55.6%, a stable credit rating of B+. Today we are junk credit rating, a low budget deficit of 6.1%, declining inflation rate that hovered around 15%, a stable currency. The dollar was at 3.8 with a depreciation rate of 9%, a vibrant construction sector program, Good Morning Ghana, that was growing at 8.4%, a relatively low single-digit unemployment rate of 8.4%. The IMF and Economic Intelligence Unit projecting economic growth over 8% for 2017. That is the Ghana. That is the Ghana that was growing. The Ghana that was the Ghana that was growing. That Ghana that she's talking about, that all of a sudden, suddenly she doesn't remember. You know, the person who is the digitalization, who could have actually just gone and done a lot of research on her platforms to find this information. This information is all public information. So I'll read to you the Ghana that she's talking about. That Ghana that suddenly she has forgotten. I will go back and finish what the Ghana is about. There was significant investment in the upstream petroleum sector, bringing on stream 2 additional oil and gas, the 10 and the Sankofa fields, for increased oil production and revenue for national development. The Ghana that created strategic cash buffers, you know, that Ghana that she doesn't remember. The Ghana that came up with such as the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, GIIF, and an accrual of 270 million. That is how much buffers we left them. And this is in dollars. A sinking fund of $500 million. We had a stabilization fund of $300 million. Yes, Annie, that Ghana. The Ghana that they have forgotten about, that Ghana that had a heritage fund, the Ghana that gave them the ESLA, These are all buffers for a rainy day. This is money we could have accessed in case we went into a recession, as the quote-unquote fake economic guru has put us in. That Bawumia, the Vice President Bawumia, has put us in Alhaji Bawumia. That Ghana that was before Bawumia came and took over the economy and told us that he was going from taxation to production. That Ghana where Bawumia came and told us that he was doing $1 million per constituency that never materialized. That Ghana that Bawumia came to tell us 1 district, 1 dam, that never materialized. That Ghana that Bawumia came to tell us 1 constituency, 1 ambulance, that never materialized. That Ghana that Bawumia came to tell us that he was going to, Akufo-Addo pitched his presidency on the Galamsey, stopping the Galamsey fight, and now the Galamsey is worse and is destroying our environment. Yes, and in that Ghana that she done much infrastructure investments across all sectors of Ghanaian economy. Among these are the following: the University of Ghana Medical Center. This was a world-class and only quaternary hospital in the entire West Africa. And in that Ghana, the Ghana where the ultra-modern 420-bed Accra UGMC was built, that one. The Ghana where we built the Ridge Hospital. The Ghana where the International Maritime Hospital was built. That Ghana that we built the Dodoa, Abetifi, Kumewu, Seria hospitals. That Ghana that built the KJTR market, the only biggest indoor market in entire West Africa. And in that Ghana that built the Western Line from Takrady to Kojokrom. That Ghana that she suddenly forgets about it. That Ghana that we bequeath to Mahmoud Bawumia, who has completely bankrupted us, put us in recession. That Ghana where, this Ghana where he has put us in, everybody is suffering. The food prices.
President Mahama did not understand the banking sector cleanup, and he said he, as a president, maybe, cannot lecture Ghanaians on the economy.
And I'm still going back to that Ghana that both Mahmoud Bawumia and his representative here has forgotten. The Ghana where he built the ultra-modern award-winning Terminal 3, you know, the one that they have taken for themselves and given the shops to their family members, you know. That airport that was built by John Dramani Mahama, the visionary leader. That Ghana is the one we are talking about. The one where he built a brand new whole hospital and the redevelopment of the Kumasi and Tamale airport into international airports. Remember when the Hajj flight left Tamale for the first time to go straight to Mecca? That Ghana is the one we are talking about. We are talking about the Ghana that established universities such as the University of Health and Allied Sciences and the University of Energy and Natural Resources. That secured funding for the University of Environmental and Sustainable Development, that converted all the polyclinics into technical universities. That Ghana that the upgrading of teacher training institutions to tertiary level college of education. That Ghana where the simple contribution to secondary school stock by constructing 124-day high schools, 46 of which were completed and operationalized, and 27 other completed physical structures. That Ghana is the one that President Mahama wants to reset to and go back to. That is the Ghana that Ghanaians want. That is the Ghana we are talking about, and I'm not even done. That Ghana where he built the 14-kilometer Kojokrom Sekendi Takrady railway line with modern passenger terminals and a 94-kilometer Tema and Pakadam railway project. That Ghana, that visionary leader, and the Ghana that he built. That is the Ghana we want to reset to. So in case my sister doesn't know, in case my sister maybe is pretending to be asleep and doesn't remember what President Mahama did, that is the visionary leader, President Mahama, who did all these things in less than 4 years. So these projects were all done in 3.5 years. That President Dramani Mahama, that visionary leader, the one who cares about the people, the one who doesn't lie, the one who doesn't go on stage and pretend as if he doesn't know anything, the one who even built the infrastructure for them to come and do and piggyback on it for their quote-unquote digitalization. That Ghana is the one, Annie, that I am talking about. And that Ghana is the Ghana that Ghanaians want. And that Ghana is the Ghana that we are going to reset this country into. I am not done. That Ghana where he built the Kwame Nkrumah and Kaswa interchange, that Ghana that President John Dramani Mahama built, that Ghana where President John Mahama also secured the funding for the Pokwasi interchange and also built it, the Obechebi Lamte interchange and Flower Pot flyover phase 1 among others. That Ghana where President Mahama installed 1,000-kilometer Eastern Corridor fiber optic cable from Tema to Baku, passing through 120 communities and 300-kilometer Accra Tema Metro fiber, the 3-tier data center, the 10,000 workers capacity Accra Digital Center, and the first digital terrestrial television DTT infrastructure in Ghana. And that is the Ghana we are talking about. The Ghana where the expansion of natural water coverage from 56% to 76% by the addition of 110 million gallons a day capacity of water production to serve over 7 million Ghanaians by undertaking the Pong Water Project, Accra Desalinization Project, and the Mampong Water Project, the Akim Odan Water Project, the Wa Water Project, 5 towns, Chebi, Osinase, Enyinam, Apejwa, and Kwabere. But they were all going to be benefiting of this water project. The projects, this water project, Kumasi Water Project, among others. That Ghana where President Mahama built the Commander Sugar Factory, Elimina Fish Processing Plant, Bui Bupe Share Factory, revamping Kumasi Shoe Factory, and over 150 factories under the free zones and EDAIF programs. Massive investment in modernization markets, including the Kejetia and Kotokraba market to enhance trade and commerce. Establishes Ghana's first ever gas processing plant, the Atwabo Gas, and developing the historic $6 billion ENI Sankofa gas project to address the escalating fuel import bills of about 300 million annually, reducing the pressure on our currency. That is the Ghana Annie we are talking about, and I'm not even done. This is only 1/3 of what President Mahama did. I can go on and talk about. Okay. He addressed the legacy debt and financial bottlenecks that had crippled the energy and financial sectors through the introduction of ESLA. Massive investment in energy sector through fastest and largest mobilization of power generation to sustainably fix the country's recurring power crisis. DUMSO. And expanded nationally electricity coverage from 60.5 to 83.2%, the highest in West Africa. That is the Ghana we are talking about. He eliminated the obnoxious shift system in public primary schools, removed of over 2,000 schools under trees, drastic reduction of teacher absenteeism from 27 to 7%, improvement of people to textbook ratio from 4.1 to 1.4, distribution of free uniforms, free exercise books, free sandals, free sanitary pads, free laptops for teachers and students, and the achievement of Ghana's all-time best BECE performance in 2015. Overall best performance WASI, Nations Award to 4 consecutive years. The Bank of Ghana, Ghana Exim Bank, and several state-owned enterprises such as ECG, Goyle, and
some people are sending me messages. I don't know if I actually missed it. So this one says that Annie PK Sapon, good morning to you. It says Annie Dr. Grace Ayenso Dankwa actually has to substantiate her point that the NPP borrowed over 600 billion. Did you make that point? Did you say billion?
They have borrowed over $600 billion. This is a fact, and they have nothing to show for it.
So it says that the current debt. This debt debate, the current debt is an accumulation of debts since President Kufuor's time. Mama borrowed $29 billion at the same time as Akufo-Addo, and it cannot be right that Akufo-Addo has borrowed 600 billion. Okay, I get your point, but Akufo-Addo had not borrowed $1. If Akufo-Addo had not borrowed $1, our debt would have still been over 300 billion cedis. Tell Dr. Grace Dankwa. Someone, Gaji says, no, Gaji says that, and we are in a Fourth Republic era now, and we have seen the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly. We lived through His Excellency John Mahama Dumso era, and which Ghanaians dread to want to experience Dumso ever again, which was NDC's legacy. The NDC touts their reset of Ghana's statement, and the question still remains: pre-colonial, colonial independence, or post-independence, or your own era of Dumso. My regards to my soul sister, Fatima, to Gaji Cantonments. Gaji, good morning to you. Obi Menu says that...
I'm not done with President Mahama's suggestion.
You don't have all time. She should tell us the source of the documents. And he sends, who built the University of Ghana Medical School? As a result, the University of Ghana Medical School secured $217 million loan facility from the Israeli government to construct a 650-bed teaching hospital. This culminated in a brief sword cutting by Professor Mills for the project construction, now known as UGMC, on Saturday, March 12, 2011. And then, February 2011, J.A. Mills at a Mills Monday cut sword for commencement of work in University of... Okay, so you are trying to say that the sword cutting was done by Professor Mills, so therefore was not built by former President Mahama. Is that your point?
The government built the UGMC.
Okay.
Under President John Mahama.
Okay.
Commissioned under President John Dramani
Right.
Mahama. And Annie, I'm not even done.
Right.
I can continue with President
but because of time, you cannot continue forever. But lawyer Vincent Asefo is giving you some thumbs up. So,
I just want
good morning to all of them. Yes,
yes, the Ghana that we are resetting to is the Ghana that President Mahama left to Mahmoud Bawumia, who he has completely destroyed. He has completely bankrupted. Our credit rating are in the gutter. It's like junk status. And we can't even go onto the international market to borrow. We've been shut out of the international market for borrowing because we are not good borrowers.
We'll go into the specificity.
That is the Ghana we want to reset.
Okay, so we'll go into the specificity. You will. But we'll go into them specifics. That's the meeting of the press yesterday, and then your manifesto, as you did. And I'm sure as the week unfolds, we will be getting into the details of the manifestos. But let's take a breather. When we come back, we'll get back into discussion with actually.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Red Hour Recito!
Boss, let's go back.
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
Unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye denwa.
Oh, mesi ya mfano kwa mami buru wa.
Mami ko buru. Ni ya tele be ko bra. Mumi mfano ko Dr. Ban ho.
Dr. Ban o ya de.
Bra, se pa no mpemu adwuma sasabro slow Dr. Ban o ye.
Sai ni kemi kwa na meka. Oh no mpemu ni mdi onu na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra eni kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kire o.
Hello.
Nominations are now open for the 8th edition of the prestigious Ghana Energy Awards until August 30th. Under the theme, the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. Categories for this year include the Energy Personality of the Year, CEO of the Year, Visionary Leadership Award, Local Content Legacy Achievement Award, Energy Company of the Year, Local Content Leadership Impact Award, Energy Think Tank of the Year, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more.
Visit www.GhanaEnergyAwards.com to nominate today.
The Ghana Energy Awards is endorsed by the Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council Ghana. Validation is done by Forbes Mazars Ghana. Media partners, Metro TV, Graphic News Plus. It's yet another grand edition of the most coveted award platform in Ghana's energy sector. For sponsorship inquiries, please call 030-3940-300. Ghana Energy Awards. 8 years of redefining excellence.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get a packing from your book, man. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, Bill radio. We are star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now we try. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest
The Luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Okay, you're welcome back to the program. It is Good Morning Ghana, and we're still having a studio Minister for Information, Fatimatu Abubakar, and also Dr. Grace Ayin Sudankwa, Professor, and also a member of the NDC Communications team. Let's do a quick one where Betway Cash Out is telling you that their enhanced early partial and out or auto cash out features lets you cash out your bets out early and cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets on cash out automatically. So all this is to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you play. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana, and also not for persons under 18. Betway, get way more. Also, Blue Jeans energy drink is on the market, been there for 20 years, and we already know what it does for the body. Contains nutrients including vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, as well as taurine and guarana, which are known to boost your strength and energy as well as promote high performance and endurance. Blue Jeans energy drink has been tested and tried, and also is indeed the best on the market. Blue Jeans energy drink is for bold and active men and women. So go and grab a can today and power your day. It's in shops nationwide. Budget cash and carry. You contact them on 0208-128-190 or 055-001-0000. And climate change is now a global phenomenon affecting almost every economy. So, Sustainability Summit 2024 is coming, and it is impacted on all environment, business, individuals, household, as well as overall economy, cannot be underestimated. The trend is that the impact of climate change on food system is more likely to affect Africa due to the fact that the needed finance requirement to mitigate it is largely unavailable. This year, Sustainability Summit, under the theme Ensuring Environment and Economic Stability, Collaborating for Greener Future, and is scheduled for Tuesday, August 27, 2024 at the Kempinski Hotel, Accra, 8:30 a.m. So, where policymakers, stakeholders, farmers, academic, and international agencies can identify and discuss ways to change the narrative and steer the world towards an era of global sustenance. We need it now because of Galamsey. We need it now because of losing our cocoa to Galamsey. We need it now because we're felling down trees. So we really need to be a part of this conference tomorrow, where policymakers are all available. So the Sustainability Summit 2024 is powered by the Business Financial Times and Fidelity Bank Ghana, with support from Jospon Group, National Petroleum Authority, Minerals Income Investment Fund, and also media partners include Metro TV, TV3, 3FM, Happy FM, City FM, ZFM, and Asasi Radio. Call them on 7427 for further details and inquiries. 020-945-7427. Sustainability Summit 2024. Let's keep our world safe. And we still have the minister with us. Let's now get into details of both issues. Let's start with you. When meeting the press yesterday, were you impressed with Dr. Baromia's responses to questions that came?
Absolutely. I was very much impressed. And first of all, let me congratulate His Excellency the Vice President. I believe the level of scrutiny that he is subjected to is evidence of his impact as a Vice President. I don't know any Vice President subjected to that level of scrutiny. And to be a successful president, you need to be an impactful Vice President. He stood there before Ghanaians yesterday, stated emphatically that on his own account, he has introduced over 30 policies to this government for implementation. He went through listing some of them, including the gold purchase program and the gold for oil program. I don't know a policy that former President Mahama introduced as a vice president. I don't know one. I don't know one. Maybe my co-panelist does. When she gets the opportunity, let us tell us. But let me come to some of the issues that my co-panelist raised. Clearly, she hasn't traveled across the country. When she was going through a list, I was saying in my head, at all costs, avoid two things: misinformation and the NDC's Green Book. You know why? Because all the projects that they've written for them to go out there and sing, they do not know where the projects are located. If she knew, she would have known that NDC didn't build the hospital at Abetifi. If she knew, she would know that the legacy projects that she even wanted to tout for Mena and Kumewu were just commissioned by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Clearly, she hasn't been to Seria. I have a house close to Seria because a family member has a house there. And I saw Seria that former President John Dramani Mahama left. Not a block. All they were standing there were iron rods in red earth. Take it from me. And you can open your lines for the public to ascertain whether what I am saying is true or not. You saved her the temptation of saying this government has not built a single. I wanted her to complete that sentence. But unfortunately, you saved her and she couldn't conclude. A single what?
The Abetifi Hospital.
Am saying
government, hold on. Government decision to abandon Abetifi Hospital, wrong move, Mahama. And it says former President John Dramani Mahama has lambasted the government for abandoning.
Annie, I am saying she said Mahama has built Abetifi Hospital. So if you go to Abetifi today, you should see a hospital Mahama built, according to her. And I'm saying there is no such hospital. So don't shift the goalpost. I'm not talking about what they expect this government to do. I'm talking about what she said Mahama has done, which Mahama has not done.
Hold on.
So if you allow me, let me...
He's talking about former President John Dramani Mahama has lambasted government for abandoning the Abetifi Hospital project, which he couldn't complete before leaving office.
I am saying, and I am saying there is no hospital in Abetifi. Take it from...
complete.
Where is it? No, let her show us the incomplete Abetifi Hospital. It doesn't exist. I am telling you that structure. I am telling you that Mahama, your viewers are watching. Mahama has not built Abetifi Hospital. She said Mahama has built Abetifi Hospital. And this government, I am coming to that. Don't shift the goalpost.
If you can give me,
don't even show Agenda 111 project.
If you can give me pictures of the Abetifi Hospital, I'll be grateful.
Let me use my time to talk about what I'm talking about. If she has any rebuttal or any question, after my presentation, you can subject that to proof. I am saying she has mentioned a lot of non-existent, but after I've made my presentation, you were allowed to read it. So please don't.
Is that the Abetifi Hospital?
I am saying, you said Mahama left this project. It is a lie. And I am coming to that. Let me make my point and then I will show you what's
picture
happening
is on the screen.
And then I'm saying, let me finish my presentation.
Abetifi Hospital.
I am saying that you said Mahama built Abetifi Hospital.
He didn't complete.
I am saying that, take it from me, that...
We don't have this.
She said Mahama has built Abetifi Hospital. I said Mahama hasn't built Abetifi Hospital. Subject that to proof. And I'm saying, let me finish my presentation because you are cutting in. So I'm unable to make a complete statement. Because she has not been to those locations, she is mentioning projects that they didn't do. She mentioned that Mahama built Seria Hospital. Mahama built Abetifi Hospital. And I am telling you that the Vamed and even Afari military hospital, 500-bed capacity, ask everybody in Ashanti region who built the Afari military hospital. And they will tell you it is President Akufo-Addo who has built it, who is about to commission. It's a legacy project. And this Vamed Eurojet project all started from President Kufuor's time. So, and former President Mahama has not started and completed a single regional hospital. Take it on this account.
Abetifi Hospital,
take it from
hold on a
me.
minute. Abetifi Hospital, as far as I know, the construction started in 2015.
I am telling you that these are legacy projects. There are a list of 9 hospitals, legacy projects. There are a list of 5 hospital legacy projects. There are VAMED projects. There are Eurojet projects. And I know Abetifi Hospital to be one of the projects that come together with the Kumawu Hospital project and the Formina Hospital project. I know this for a fact.
As a legacy project.
As a legacy project. And I am telling you that those legacy projects are not projects that were initiated by former President Mahama. And I am telling you that she says he has built a hospital at Abetifi.
Okay, when
and
you say initiated, what do you mean?
I am saying
the project.
No, none of that started under him.
Yes, but the project itself started in 2015.
No, I'm saying they are legacy projects. They didn't start in 2015. There are legacy projects that have spanned since President Kufuor's time. The Abetifi, Formina, Kumewu, all those are part of legacy projects.
From
and
Kufuor.
I'm saying they did not start from former President Mahama.
Yes, but did they start from Kufuor?
I am saying they did not start from President Mahama. So you can check your records.
Because at some point when she was talking, I asked her, if you're talking about President Mahama or you're talking, and then she made specifically that NDC achievements.
I have stated emphatically that it wasn't started by President Mahama. If you and you said it started in 2015, and I said no, it's a legacy project that precedes him. But now let me come to this point. I am saying that to say that she has peddled a lot of falsehood. She said they built Seria Hospital, they built Abetifi Hospital, and I said the people of Abetifi know that Mahama hasn't built Abetifi Hospital. Mahama hasn't built Seria Hospital. Because in 2017, I went to Seria and there was absolutely nothing there. That being said, the temptation of going about saying this government should point to one single hospital that they have built. They haven't built a single hospital. I was waiting for her to complete that sentence to show her the number of hospitals hospital projects started and completed by this Akufo-Addo-led government. 37 projects completed. And these do not include the over 400 chip compounds that we have done. Also, she mentioned about they being the first one to lay fiber optic cables, and that is palpable falsehood. It is not true.
How?
Let me give you the facts. Over the years, the National Communications Authority has granted licenses to 6 companies to lay cables in this country. The first fiber optic cable in Ghana were completed in 2007 under President Kufuor. The records that I have since even the time of NDC, let me take you through the companies. On 24th May 2016, C-Squared Ghana were given license to lay fiber optic cables. So far, from 2016 to 2020, they laid 1,146 kilometers. On 13th March 2018, Spectrum Fiber were given license to lay fiber optic cables. So far, in Greater Accra, Western, North, Ahafo-Bono, Eastern and Central regions. Since 13th March 2018, they've laid 1,839 kilometers. In September 2020, Main 1 was given license to lay fiber optic cables. They have so far laid 46 kilometers in Greater Accra and Volta region. On 19th March 2018, Comsys were given license to lay fiber optic cables. They have laid 191 kilometers of fiber optic cables in Greater Accra, Ashanti region and Western. There are some VRA subsidiary Voltacom cables that they were using internally that were also inherited. And then Gridco created a subsidiary called Electoral, and they took over the cables. And they have, from 7th May 2018, they are the largest. They have laid about 3,534. NITA, which is an agency under government, has so far laid 478 kilometers. And the MNOs, the mobile network operators, Airtel Tigo 1,787, Glo 1,960, and MTN Ghana 8,565. So I am saying for a fact that the information that the NDC has been peddling about, that they are the ones that built the fiber optic cables for Ghana upon which we are building digitalization, for which they go around everywhere to peddle, it's a lie. Every government contributes, but the government and the New Patriotic Party President Kufuor, Aliu Mahama, Akufo-Addo Bawumia government have executed a total within that period, a total of 6,756 kilometers of fiber optic cables, and that constitutes 93% of the cables laid. She also said that until Mahama is the one who brought about what? Digital TV channel. And I was like, what is she talking about? Clearly, she didn't know what she was talking about. If she cared to know that digital migration efforts all started under President Kufuor, if she cared to know, you can check with Giba, you can check with all the media stakeholders, you can check even the education campaigns that were done on TV, various TV stations. You can check your media owners, whether it is former President Mahama who started digital TV. That is false. So I am saying that whatever they have written for her in the Green Book, it pays if they go on ground to check what is there. But what is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia saying he is coming to do? I was excited sitting there and watching him with a lot of pride. Why am I saying that? Because we in the NPP believe governance is about ideas. And I couldn't be prouder of an impactful leader who thinks his campaign should be about the ideas he has in his head. Not insults, not gaslighting people, not name calling, none of that. And what are the ideas? The Vice President of the Republic says that he wants to introduce a Ghana First policy. And I'm saying everything he is introducing is because the structural blocks, the foundations we need as a nation have been built by this Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government, and making it possible for all those with vision and dreams to talk about futuristic things. What is Ghana First? He wants us to legislate and ensure that all products and services that can be acquired in Ghana by law, the first right should be given to a Ghanaian company before we can reach out to outsource those products and services from abroad. What does that mean? It means if there is a textile manufacturing company in Ghana, and then we need textiles for any public institution or service, we should first resort to purchasing from a Ghanaian company before we reach out to an external company. If it is about agri-produce and there is a company in Ghana that is doing any of those products, it is important to first purchase from that company. Why am I saying this is possible? Because there are foundational blocks. It is possible because under President Nana Addo
Dankwa Akufo-Addo, foundational blocks that you are making reference to,
yes,
is the same that can be said about the fiber optic cables.
And I'm saying the fiber optic cables, NPP governments have contributed 93%. And I'm saying I have given you but if you said you did it, these are mostly done by private-owned companies with regulation from National Communication Authority.
They have come so hard with setting records straight because of the claims of Dr. Bawumia claiming that
is not true.
Seemed to have been the one to have started the digitalization.
That is absolutely false.
And because you know that at every policy you need to lay the foundation.
I am saying
then you want to give credit to those
false
who did some work before.
And I have given them credit for the 7% that they contributed. But the assertion that they were the ones who started laying fiber optic cables is not true. Okay. I'm saying the first set were completed, not started. Completed in the year 2007. 2007, President Kufuor was the president of Ghana. Alhaji Aliu Mahama of blessed memory was the vice president. So it is not true. I have given you every single company that was issued license in Ghana. The time they were issued license, the regions that they cover, how many kilometers that they've been able to lay. And I'm giving that on record because I know fact-checking institutions can go out there to look. That is why it's important I bring my documents and I bring my gadgets for reference purposes. And I am saying that what are some of the foundational blocks? President Akufo-Addo introduced one district, one factory. She was talking about Commander Sugar Factory. Commander Sugar Factory, when they did their fanfare somewhere May, June 2015, that was a clear 1.5 years before former President Mahama left office. I did not see a cup of sugar on Ghanaian markets or any market abroad as a product from what was the name of? You saw a cup of sugar on the Ghanaian market?
No. in the factory?
But what are you talking about?
Because when you finish the factory, you did a test run. You do a test run. And they did a test run.
I am saying they did, when they did the fanfare, that was the day they did the test run. After that test run, did you see a cup of sugar from Commander Sugar Factory on Ghanaian markets? Did you ever see that?
I cannot tell.
They did not operationalize it. And I'm saying they had 1.5 years to do that. It didn't happen.
But
so
you
they
had,
abandoned.
but you had 8 years.
I am saying
to give us a report on the investigation on Commander.
Whatever made the former president and his government abandon Commander Sugar Factory for 1.5 years before they left office, whatever was holding them is the same thing holding this government. Once again,
the provision of raw materials.
I am saying so. How did we operationalize the Kumfi fruit juice? I have seen a Kumfi fruit juice on Ghanaian market, and since I'm in Washington, I saw Ghanaian products on shelf in the US. Whatever vision and plan that made us operationalize,
Minister,
what stopped them?
Do you think that?
What stopped them?
Do you think?
So you let me,
no.
So that you don't eat into my time.
No, I'll ask you. You say you respond. But I'll ask you this question: do you think that you have been fair to the Ghanaian people for abandoning the Commander Sugar Factory for good 7 to 8 years? Do you think you've been fair to Ghanaians?
What did we abandon?
A government.
Hold on.
No, hold on.
And don't shift the goalposts. Don't shift it.
A government.
I am saying.
No, let me ask the question.
You said you went for the test run.
Yes, let me situate.
So you know, as early as May 2015,
hold on.
they told Ghanaians
let me situate the question
that
properly.
they have
there
completed the factory.
Hold on.
And they were producing sugar on market.
Allow me.
They never operationalized it.
Yes, so they were wrong. Situating the question properly, they were wrong. As a government, you build a factory with so much money, you abandon it for 1.5 years before you say you are doing what? Fanfare. So because of that, I voted you out. And I say, okay, the next government, I believe, will do a better job. Now that government that knows that we put XYZ money into this factory, abandon that factory under the guise of investigation for 7 to 8 years.
And I'm saying that the next governments who came did not abandon the project.
What did they do?
The next government's industrialization ride was not to go and sleep by the Commander Sugar Factory and say that is the only thing we are doing. They did investigation. I have seen the former trade minister go there. I have even seen the current trade minister go there with a company. You are in the media every day. I believe you've been watching the news. Even Honorable K.T. Hammond, they've brought in a new company to see how they can rehabilitate the place, make sure the equipment are up to date, see how best they can operationalize it.
We're leasing it now.
And I'm saying it is because the models, the arrangements that the former president and his government put in place, they themselves couldn't operationalize it. So there was a problem. That notwithstanding, this government in the same central region has gone ahead to start and open factories that are working. Factories that are employing the young people of Ekumfi and its environs. This government has opened rice milling factory or rice processing factory at Akontomra, working and supporting the people of Akontomra. Open a tomato processing factory at Suhum right here.
So the government has the potential. Government has the potential to open new factories and have it running, and decided to abandon one that was built from a different government.
I am saying that.
So it's deliberate.
So Annie, on what basis, on what moral record are you advocating for a government that could not operationalize a single factory to come back and take over for a government that has operationalized over 100 factories?
But
on what basis?
But on what basis will I clap for a government that saw a factory built to full capacity?
I am saying
and abandoned
full capacity. That's a lie. If it was full capacity, why didn't the Mahama government operationalize
the factory was
1.5 years before they left?
Hold on, the factory was built to full capacity. It could produce.
What did it produce? I have asked you. Your co-panelists is here. If they have seen a single product on the market, I am saying I'm not here to debate you. I am saying that they lack the raw materials. Who goes to the stream to fetch water without a bucket? Who goes to the stream to fetch water with a basket? Does it make sense that if you say there were feasibility studies, if there were studies before you did the factory, you didn't do assessment, you did not analyze how you were going to get raw materials to feed the factory, if you were out there with journalists taking them around for a fanfare, that you are ready to operationalize it, do some gimmicks to keep the machines running, and you are telling me, as at the time you told the whole country that the factory was ready, 1.5 years you couldn't produce raw materials. How long does it take to get cane sugar? How long does it take to get whatever raw materials? Let me come to one thing. She mentioned the Tamale Airport Terminal. The NDC government has absolutely nothing to do with the brand new Tamale Airport Terminal that is standing in Tamale today. And I subject them to proof. Nothing. They didn't secure funding for it. And Fact Check Ghana has fact-checked them. And I saw the story. They didn't secure funding. They didn't initiate. I have a video of the former Deputy Transport Minister Joyce Bauer in 2015 standing in Tamale on record saying that they were going to complete Tamale Airport new terminal by the end of the year. It didn't happen. In fact, they didn't get the funding for it. It is President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo who in 2018 went to UK Export Finance and went to Germany to mobilize resources to construct that brand new terminal sitting at Tamale today. So when you give the opportunity to NDC commentators and they do propaganda by reading the list of things that they listed in the Green Book, and you don't subject them to proof that, madam, the airport terminal was not built by NDC. So don't repeat it for your foot soldiers to also repeat it. If you do that, it's a disservice to the good people of Ghana. They have nothing to do with the Tamale Airport Terminal. And I challenge them to that fact. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I have spoken about credit scoring system. I have spoken about flat rates system. I have spoken about the fact that they want to benchmark the rates at Ghana's airports, flat tax rates. I've spoken about the fact that they want to benchmark Ghana's airport duties to that of Togo, so that there wouldn't be the need to clear from Togo and smuggle goods to create a system where tax collection, where payment of corporate tax and all that is simplistic. And the Vice President mentioned that they are looking at the example of Estonia because he believes that the complexities in computation of taxes, because we are running a progressive system as a country, makes it difficult for people to get that sense of predictability and certainty. I own a business. I go to pay tax. And this proposal that he's brought to the table, I was really excited about it. Because it doesn't matter how ignorant you are. If you have a problem and you are unable to file on time, your penalties will be like tenfolds. And even if you miss by a few periods and you want to go and pay, the tax amnesty that he's talking about will be important, because sometimes you want to go and pay your taxes. But because of the penalties they will say that whatever you are coming to pay, they are using it to clear penalties. And that deters or discourages a lot of people from going to the offices to file their taxes. Because currently, if you want your penalties to be removed, the only person who can do that is the director of taxes at GRA. And you have to file a petition and state the reasons why you were not able to meet the timelines. And it's subject to discretion. And the Vice President is saying that we are going to provide a tax amnesty so that people are able to get a fresh start and go and pay their taxes. And as a business owner who pays tax, I'm excited about that. That being said, they mentioned that they are going to build a children's hospital, specifically in Accra. And I don't know why, Annie, you will sit here and allow an NDC panelist who is advocating for a president who was given a mandate to serve this country for 4 years. A 4-year term that is not shorter than the 4-year term he is seeking again. Who within that 4 years term does not have evidence of the children's hospital and is saying that I'm now coming to build a children's hospital. When said Kwame Boateng went to Kumasi to do a documentary at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital next to die and saw the situation of the pediatric unit somewhere 2017-2018. Quickly, the First Lady of the Republic, Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, mobilized millions of Ghana cedis to go and build a place so that there will be a mother and pediatric units for the people of Kumasi and its environs. That being said, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, attentively went to Kumasi and make sure they did inspection of how they can get a mother and pediatric unit for the people of Ashanti region. Do you know what happened? They saw a structure, a high-rise structure that was abandoned since the 70s, over 40 years, passing through the hands of more than 6 heads of states. And the building was never completed. They went and did assessment on the building and realized that it did not have structural integrity to continue. As I speak to you today, if you go to Kumasi, under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, they are building a state-of-the-art mother and baby unit to the tune of about 750 capacity. If you go to Efiankwanta, President Akufo-Addo is converting the Efiankwanta Regional Hospital from a 205-bed capacity to a 500-bed capacity. What they are building is as huge as what exists. But we are not claiming that we built the Efiankwanta Hospital, as the NDC will be claiming Ridge Hospital, which has existed before some of them were born, because of modernization and addition of infrastructure. If you go to Weja today, the government is building a children's hospital, which is far advanced. I saw the Minister for Health, Dr. Bernard Koboy, go there for inspection in June or July. And even at that time, the structure was there. They had even started painting the first coat with Andre. Okay. And it is progressing. So on what basis will you advocate for a government who had the same 4-year period mandate and didn't think that he needed 50 or 60 ministers, and didn't think that Ghana needed a children's hospital, and didn't think that we needed ambulances, and didn't think that people could not afford school fees. And all of a sudden, they have packaged a new wine in an old bottle.
Again,
just to
a simple Google search will show you
I'm sorry. So in December 2012,
thank you.
Parliament approved $100 million credit agreement between the government of Ghana and the Dutch Bank, a Brazilian official equalization program for a phase 1 of the Tamale Airport design and construction of the Tamale International Airport airfield and pavement project. That was in 2012. Phase 1 of the project focused on the rehabilitation and extending the airport's runway from 2,438 meters to 3,440 meters. Additionally, it included the rehabilitation of the existing taxiway, taxi links, and apron expansion, as well as the strengthening of the runway pavement. The project was executed by Construtora Queiroz Galvão SA of Brazil, was completed in 2016. Now, the upgrade increased connectivity between the domestic and the Sahelian region, as well as the West African regional market upon completion in 2016. The first batch of 500 Hajj pilgrims departed from Ghana to Mecca in Saudi Arabia in August 19, 2016. Now, Parliament approved $70 million credit facility for phase 2 in October 2016. Parliament approved a $70 million commercial agreement between the government of Republic of Ghana and the Banco Santander with an export credit guarantee for the United Kingdom export finance for the construction of phase 2 of the Tamale International Airport. The ranking member of Parliament Committee Roads and Transport, Mr. Gavin Agboja, also said that the phase 2 of the airport was an expansion of the project to cover 600,000 passengers and include a maintenance repairing operations facility, according to the Parliament Hansard on November. And sometimes you really have to make references to the Hansard because that is record in Parliament. The facility, he said, will be Ghana first MRO, which would have attracted aircraft from the other African countries for servicing. It continues to say, hold on. So the UK agreement came in here, following the Parliament. Following that, Parliament again approved a joint $56 million and a $24 million United Kingdom export finance. And I think that's where the argument or the debate has been in recent times. Facility agreement between the government of Ghana and through the Ministry of Finance and KFW IPEX Bank GmbH in July 2018, okay? And President Akufo-Addo cut short for the phase 2 of the project. And then and on Thursday, August 15, 2019, President Akufo-Addo cut short for the development of the project. According to the president, funding for the project was secured from UK Export Finance and KfW IPEX Bank of Germany. The project includes a multi-purpose terminal for the annual Hajj pilgrim to Mecca, a 5-kilometer road network of the Tamale Bolgatanga Road, and a new terminal building, VIP lounge, and 2 boarding gates. Other features are new 2 self-service check-in kiosks, 8 check-in desks, airline offices, and retail centers.
So they did not procure any funding for
phase 2?
No, for the terminal. The terminal is phase 2. They have been telling people that they build the terminal. And on record, when I'm saying on record, Banco Santander could not find the funding. It's on Fact Check Ghana. I can send it to read. I will send it to read. The funding, as you stated, was approved by Parliament in July 2018, not 2016. And this is the report of the Finance Committee in Parliament. The NDC wanted to take loan to do it. They couldn't secure the loan. We came to government. We went and secured a fresh new loan in 2018 to get it. So let's not confuse it.
A historic flight left Tamale to go to Mecca on the runway that President Mahama had expanded to allow bigger flights to land in Tamale. The Tamale airport was commissioned by the phase 1 by President John Dramani Mahama. But the issue is, for everything my sister here has said, it's rather sad commentary on the state of our country right now. It's all about a whole Minister of Information sitting here just misinforming the people. You know, they think that speaking these words and saying these things and just throwing dust in the eyes of Ghanaians and gaslighting us is how they're going to win this election. Ghanaians are not going to hand over this country to them again. We gave them a country that was growing. We gave them a country that had all indices, from economic to health to every index was looking positive. They took the country and they have turned us around, and everything else is turning the negative. Today they're coming to sit here and they are posturing. They have no shame. They have no, you can't even shame the shameless anymore. So for me now, when I come to some of these shows, I don't even try to rebut the things they say, because a whole Minister of Information will bring a whole books and come and tell us she's digitalized, but look at how many documents she has. Why could she scan those documents? Why could she scan those documents into her digitalization?
It's not like you are doing completely away with
She couldn't do with digitalization. Then after she finishes, can I finish, please? So she comes here with a whole bunch of documents to just misinform the people.
They are indirectly attacking me.
They have no shame. They have no shame and they have no remorse. So all they are trying to do is throw more dust into the eyes of Ghanaians who are now suffering. Simple Google search, and a simple, basic, like a high school Google search will show you the Afari Hospital. Google it and let your people show it on TV. Afari Hospital is completely built, finished. They finished it
by President
before President Mahama left office. Afari Hospital was completed. They neglected it in the bush. We in the health industry have been talking about this thing since 2017, Annie. We have talked, we have written letters, we have gone on social media. It's just the same thing they did with UGMC. Just open the hospital for Ghanaians to benefit. Because John Mahama built it, Akufo-Addo did not want to open it. Bawumia, the mate, also didn't want to open it. Meanwhile, can you imagine how many people in Ashanti region have died because Afari Hospital was abandoned? Can you imagine how many mothers and babies that were born on the floor in some of these hospitals? Go to Konfanochi and see how crowded Konfanochi maternal and child department is. These women in the Ashanti region, which they claim is their stronghold, have been neglected. People have died. People have been named because of the neglect of this hospital. Today, you have the temerity and the audacity to come and tell us that you built Afari Hospital. A simple Google search by a whole Minister of Information, disgracefully sitting on a program like this, telling us that Afari Hospital was built by Akufo-Addo. You see where we are now. So the point we are making is that there is no need even arguing or counter-arguing because the fact speaks for itself. At Afari Hospital, some of us have written, some of us have gone internally in the health industry. We have been begging, just please open this hospital because Konfanoche is overcrowded. Konfanoche needs the space. If you go to neonatal unit, it's crowded. If this maternal and child thing, it's just one small segment of a hospital. When John Mahama was building Afari Hospital, he didn't go and build one maternal child unit. He built a whole hospital, from radiology to lab to outpatients to theater, to oxygen plant, to everything that encompasses a real hospital. He didn't just build one segment of a hospital and come and brag about it. You understand? He finished it almost 8 years ago, Annie. Imagine the people that have been named. This is what I hear, that these are some of the things that make me feel sad for the state of our country now. Then you come back and tell the people of Ashanti region, these are the people you claim vote for you regardless. You understand? So the people of Ashanti region, this message is for you. The MPP has nothing for you. The MPP specifically doesn't care about your health. The MPP does not care about you. Muntu abentia MPP abainu. Almost once something for omu vote no mo beji. Omu jiwia no mo de akoshe japade animu. Omu si omu bush na for dia. Inti mi nuanu asante for me pamuchau. I have to speak tree so my Ashanti brothers and sisters will understand. They don't care about them. They left this hospital. Suddenly you are going to commission it 2 days before election. Now if you knew that the health of Ashanti people, you care about them, why did you abandon this hospital for 8 years? Where was Mahmoud Baumia when the hospital was being abandoned? What steps did he take? So these are some of the things I thought they would come and tell us yesterday. I didn't even watch the things, so I'm not even interested in the things he said. He has bankrupted us. He has put us in a recession. Ghanaians are suffering. There is no money in our pockets. Some of us are sleeping hungry. Our children go to school. We can't afford it. We are suffering. And they have the temerity to come and tell us that a Commander Sugar Factory, let's even assume and go by their own warped logic that President Mahama didn't finish it. What do you do when you get it for 8 years? Don't you operationalize it? You have abandoned the thing and you have the temerity to come back to us and tell, oh, 8 years ago, President Mahama did this and did that. So because of that, my 8 years that we have given you the mandate, you haven't performed. You came to tell us President Mahama was this, that. By lies, rumors, innuendos. You actually picked a thing and tagged this man. So the country gave you the mandate. 8 years down the line, you haven't performed. You have performed miserably. But Bawumia, the so-called economic guru, has not even brought one thing to the table. He has collapsed the economy they put in his hands. He is talking about caring about the 8 people that died. A whole election, 8 Ghanaians who have parents, they have family, have died. This man who is supposed to be the vice president, who wants to be our president, didn't say a word, not even a whimper.
If you're a mate, you can't say much. You can't do much.
If your mate, the driver is driving badly, a mate has a right to, look, I'm a surgeon, I go to theater. If I'm doing something in theater that is wrong, everybody in my theater, even though they are not the surgeons, can say that, doc, no, don't do this. That is why we have checks and balances. The mate is supposed to at least help the driver, because the reason why the mate is in the back of the trotro is because the driver can't do all those things and concentrate on his driving at the same time. So as the mate, if you see a big roadblock coming, you can tell the driver, if you go forward a little bit, you will see a roadblock, so please. Because the mate doesn't also want to die in the vehicle. You have sat in the back of the car, you don't have a driver's license, you didn't even care even where the driver was taking the car. You have crashed the car is now at the scrap shop, and now you are removing parts of the car. Even the parts of the car that you removed and you are taking to sell, people don't want to buy. You are saying that as the mate, we should give you
him,
the
he has given
mandate
you, he has given you a number of policies or practices by this government that he's going to do absolutely differently. And one is the number of people in government. Another is a policy, I don't know if that's a policy, burning of excavators, removal of e-levy. I mean,
isn't he in the same cabinet we're talking about?
Yes,
he sat in the cabinet where we had 145 ministers plus multiple deputies plus multiple deputies of the deputies
but
plus
his government
assistants
is
of
going
the
to do
deputies.
a different, a total
What did
deviation of what's
say?
happening now.
What did he say then? So, Annie, please. You see, Ghanaians, they think that they can play, they insult our intelligence every time a whole Minister of Information comes and says these things. Afari Hospital is there for you to see. You saw that Betifi Hospital. I mean, some of these things they say, and I mean, I'm shocked because this is like public information. I mean, really, how did we get here, Annie? These are a bunch of criminals, a bunch of people who don't care about Ghanaians. They have taken our money, the wanton greed. They have destroyed our institutions. They have bankrupted the country. And they have the temerity to sit on air instead of educating the people, instead of apologizing, instead of saying, we told you all these things, we made a mistake, so we are sorry. You come to us and then continue to insult us, continue to add to it. They didn't build a Betifi Hospital. Efian Kwanta that we are talking about, me, I'm from the Western region. My constituency is Kaduketan constituency, is in the Western region. Efian Kwanta is a sad commentary of itself. We don't even have one ventilator. They're not building a hospital. They have just taken the casualty, removed the old casualty, and just like they did with the mother and baby center in Konfanochi, they took it and now they're redoing the casualty. That is all they're doing in Efian Kwanta. They haven't built any hospital. Efian Kwanta is not, the whole hospital is not under construction. The only part of Efian Kwanta that is under construction is the casualty.
So it's a renovation?
It's a renovation of the casualty, that's all.
Okay.
I just came back from Western Region yesterday. There is no Efian Kwanta rebuilding of Efian Kwanta. And she says that we have to go on the ground. I have gone on the ground. When it comes to healthcare, I have gone on the ground. President Mahama built the IMA, International Maritime Hospital in Tema. Have you seen it? It has a heliport. Have you seen the dialysis center? The pediatric ward has pediatric toilet seats. It has pediatric, but everything is child safety. It has a playground. It has its own oxygen plant. It has radiology, mammography. They have laparoscopic equipment where we're using cameras to do minimally invasive surgery. That is the visionary President John Dramani Mahama. President John Dramani Mahama, he built the Dodowa District Hospital. Have you seen it? It has been, all indices in Ghana shown that it's one of the best, even though it's a district hospital, it's one of the best hospitals in this country. Their maternal and infant mortality rate apparently was like 0. That is the visionary President Dramani Mahama. He doesn't go to a hospital.
0 when
like they didn't have any
when
maternal
the hospital was built,
after they finished it. Yes, because he gave them such modern facilities, and so they're now able to bring more services, and they're now able to bring more nurses and doctors because of the path that President Mahama provided. Rich Hospital. Do you remember what Rich Hospital used to look like? Have you seen UGMC Hospital? It's the first quaternary hospital in the whole of West Africa. We had to beg. We had to go on demonstrations for President Akufo-Addo and Mahmoud Bawumia to open that hospital. So please, Annie, where we are today, 3 months to this election, I would have expected that NPP will stop lying to the people. NPP will accept that they have failed us. NPP will accept, and Bawumia will accept, that where he told us he was going to take us, we are nowhere near. In fact, the car is in reverse.
Okay, because
so
I was shortchanging you, I was spared some more time. So
ask us
2 minutes
for
each to wrap up.
Absolution.
Okay, 2 minutes each to wrap up. Minister.
No amount of insults can change the facts. I am not moved by it. The so-called information minister, whatever, really, I don't care. The fact remains the fact. And I believe if you have a research team behind the scenes, they would have confirmed what I have said. That Afari Hospital is one of the Eurojet, the Invest Hospital projects contracted in 2008. Former President Mahama did not complete it. Nobody in Ghana has laid such claims, and it is strange to me that this morning she says, yes, I'm saying he didn't start it and he didn't complete it. It is President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo who has completed the project, the 500. I am saying from President Kufuor's time. Okay.
Can you show
it is an Eurojet project. I gave you. I gave
which
you.
Shows a Betifi.
Yeah, I showed you.
Hospital.
But why is she into my time?
Sorry,
it's not
can you have shown
I was quiet for her to make her point.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I have told.
Don't allow her. It's just 2 minutes.
And I have told you on a fact that no amount of insult will distract me. The books will come. Next time I will prepare a folder for her because clearly she is not reading. Clearly she is not. Because if she was reading, she would have known that Afari Hospital project is one of the 9 Eurojet projects, which were contracted in 2008. And it is a fact. My joy online, a simple Google search will save us this conversation. Because it's even embarrassing to sit here to hear such lies that even Seria was completed in 2016 under Mahama when the project was not even started. I said only iron rods were on site and a wooden box of workers, nothing more, nothing less. And I'm telling you what I have seen with my eyes. Now the project has been completed. What they are doing at the site is just a road construction. You read something about the Tamale Airport Terminal. And I'm telling you that the Tamale Airport Terminal funding was secured in 2018. She is sitting here challenging me. When you read, you should have stated to her that what they were pursuing as funding, they didn't get it. The company didn't get the funding. Parliament now did the approval for this new funding arrangement in 2018 under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So no amount of insult will deter us from putting the facts out. Not at all. But this is what President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done. She was talking about hospital projects in Ashanti region and we've abandoned. Where was the Mahama Children's Hospital in Ashanti region? What stopped the NDC in 8 years what stopped them in their tracks? But these are hospitals that have been started and completed by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in Ashanti region. Go to Chedie, go to Sabronu, Swami, Manson Kwanta. And the Afari Hospital that she is talking about, Legacy Hospital. President Akufo-Addo is the one who has completed
the Afari Hospital.
The Seria Hospital.
Sorry, the Afari Hospital, what stalled its operationalization?
Funding challenges. The subcontractor, there's funding problems. Funding, and the Ministry of Finance, even this year, there were inspections by the subcontractors and all that, and the Ministry of Finance engaged them for them to be able to mobilize so that they will finish the project before end of this year. So I am shocked that any person will sit here and say NDC's project, the Seria Hospital, I'm saying on authority that NDC didn't do it, not to think of completing it. But you've allowed her because you took some of my time.
Oh, I shortened her a lot today.
This is where we stand.
I spend a lot of time
No
with you.
problem, please.
2 minutes.
Yes, thank you. And again, the only person who is insulting here is her, so let's make the record clear. The only person who does insult is about Mahmoud Obaumia. Remember some of the statements he made yesterday, and he's always saying bad things about. He said someone had
She's
someone
notorious
apparently
for that.
yesterday. He said someone had
insulting people.
Was a murderer or something. You know, he made some statements. Yeah, the only people who do that are the MPP people. Then they turn it around and give attribute it to other people. It's called projection. You know, the thing that you do, after you do, then you project it on the innocent person. So we see this a lot because what they do is they use it to gaslight you so you don't tell them the truth. You see, when you were trying to give her the details in the parliamentary hazard about the Afari Hospital?
Yeah.
Yes. You see how
Mark from US actually sent me a link. Says delayed Afari Hospital contractors to complete project by March 2024 after receiving funds.
Thank you. So you see how when you were given her information, when you were given her information,
it is supporting
when you were given her
information,
when you were given her information about Tamale, the airport, you see how she intentionally didn't hear the first part where President Mahama actually built the airport, and also the first flight left for Mecca. She intentionally left out that part, you know, because their hearing is selective. And so when they're making the argument, they always pick the selective aspect of it and they talk about it. President John Dramani Mahama will be the next president of Ghana. President John Dramani Mahama cares about the country, and he does have empathy for us. He is a listening president. He is going to deliver on his mandate. He spoke eloquently on Saturday. He also told us what his ideas were. He not only spoke eloquently, but his level of understanding, his attention to detail, his depth of his care for his country is unprecedented. This is the man that will be the next president of Ghana. And this is the man who is going to reset this country to a better footing. He's going to reset this country so that this country will go the right direction. And this is the man who is going to be accountable. He's going to be accountable to his appointees, as he said. He's going to be accountable to himself, and he's going to deliver for the Ghanaian people who we have always prayed for. And that is the man for the job.
Okay, I've received a lot of messages from you. I'm so sorry, I'm pressed for time. So pardon me, I've seen from Honorable Aziz, I haven't heard from you in a while. Good morning to you. Ambassador Sampiale is also sending his message to you. Thank you. Evans Dinko Gary, thank you also for your messages. But let me take a breather. Thank you, ladies. I'll be back shortly.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Red out receipt now.
Boss, let's go back.
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh.
She's here. Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that package when you have to come. Wallah. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Mobile radio. We are star 712. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let's
choose buy tickets for adults.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Alrighty, welcome back to Good Morning Ghana. Let me just do a quick one before I forget. Happy birthday to a big brother, Dr. Opokuwari Ampoma, CEO of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Dr. Opokuwari, this is coming from famous Achichobe. He's wishing you all the best today. You're welcome, Harry.
Thank you very much. Good morning. And yesterday, okay, so let me take the comments first before I move on to the stories that are trending. So yes, let's take a look at some Good Morning Ghana comments. So from Neo Doyemwa, he says that from the Green Book, and they are all true and accurate. Mention one university your government have built. Okay, Neo Doyemwa says so. Maria Adam says that Ghana, which JM handed over quietly with a single drop of blood, is the Ghana JM and the NDC is going to reset. Okay. Ahmed Asiedu says, so Baumia wants us to upgrade the most expensive hole in the world, upgrade the haircuts. Hey, these people want to finish Ghana Kojo at the top. And Ghana, we never saw our old people begging and demonstrating for their own monies to buy medicine, which led to some of them dying. Okay. George Adrason says, when you're running away from your own government performance, which one are you going to upgrade on? Headless chickens. Interesting. And Lawal Musa Mohammed says, why NDC communicator is a news anchor? Because she's just reading from her phone. Okay, maybe she has some facts that she needs to get from her phone. So Kofi Nyame says, another NPP lies has been exposed. They said Mahama only achieved 28, but reading from Grace Ayinso, it's more than 28. Liars, NPP, get back to your note. And lastly, the Nation Reckon Up fraternity are aware of all the achievements, but they are liars, selfish, and wicked. And so that takes me to the trends for today. Baumia is trending because yesterday he held a meeting with the media, and a lot came up. And so yeah, let me take this one from Kalusha. He says that after my observation of Baumia hosts the media, Ghana Ghanaians, make no mistake, it's still the same old story, blame game. If you make a mistake, we all will learn it's the hard way. And whatever happens in December, you, Dr. Baumia, have changed the politics of Ghana and Africa for a long time. God bless you. Ace journalist Adam Otri. So because of this particular comment, he is also trending on X. Let me take a few more. And this one says that, is Baumia talking about the same Ghana? So these are comments that are coming up after Baumia hosts the media yesterday. And then this one says that they say who the gods wants to kill, they first make him mad. Kalusha again. And there are a lot of videos that are popping up. Some of the comments that Dr. Baumia said yesterday. But because of time, this is the few that I have for you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the trend continues. We are going to, continue analyzing all the statements that have come from political parties, the NDC, the NPP, and also Butterfly, other parties that are bringing up also other issues. We'll see. But I think the two leading have to do with the NPP and the NDC, and we'll use the week to go through them. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
And that's all time will allow us here on Good Morning Ghana. Thanks for watching.